Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Alphazondeck podcast. Today, we're back here. It's been a pretty big hiatus. We're back though, right?
Mhm.
Hopefully. This week, or not this week, this episode, we have Bruddah back on it, previous a guest. Bruddah, you want to introduce our guest for the
Yeah.
episode?
So this episode, we actually have the first international Alphas guest. He goes by Jay, um, or JMazing, as I've met him. Um, Jay is actually probably one of the, I Jay. We hang out a lot online, just talking about music. I think he's a pretty interesting guest, but I'll let him tell more about himself. Jay, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm really happy to be here. So my name's Jay. That's what people call me. My name's Jonathan. I live in Norway, and yeah, I've been into XG for like a while now, I'd say. I think it's coming up on a little bit around a year right now.
Mm. Did you get into them during Shooting Star era or Left Right era?
Um, I think it was more okay, bit less than a year then, because I think I discovered them right after or right before Girl Gang dropped,
Hmm.
because that's how I found out about them.
Interesting.
So I've been following since then. Yeah,
So Girl Gang was about to drop, and then you got into them right before it.
I think right before or right after. I'm not exactly sure.
What made you get into them? Like, what do you think that like drew you to XG when Girl Gang dropped?
For me, it was just something new.
Hmm.
So just a combination of everything. It was the um, uh, the music, the lyrics, the rap, the visuals. The visuals were a very big thing for me.
Hmm.
I'm I've been I listen to a lot of types of music. I go from really heavy like hardcore death metal to
Hmm.
uh like classical music. Like I have a really big spectrum.
Hmm.
And then finding this like combination of rap with really like clean vocals and crazy visuals was something that instantly got my attention. Um, and I was like, oh, these girls are pretty cool. Uh, let's see what they're gonna do. And uh, it was
That's
Girl
really
Gang and TGIF was the first music video and song I was there for release. And I think they've just been getting better and better over the time period. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Like your musical taste. Like, so did it come across on your algorithm, or did somebody recommend it to you?
It just, I mean, it was a blessing of the algorithm, I guess. It came up in my YouTube recommended. YouTube was like, we think you'd like this. And sometimes YouTube is very wrong, and sometimes YouTube is very correct.
Hmm.
And they were spot on this time.
Nice. Was it so like I know you're into like videography and like movie making, you know.
Hmm.
So I would say Girl Gang music video was like very heavy on that aspect. Was that
Yeah.
one of the draws for it, or was it like I know you talked about like the lyrics and stuff being like hard hitting. So was that like a big okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just listening to what you're saying. Um, yeah, it was a big like I'd say one of the bigger parts of the draw for me.
Mm-hmm.
Just I think everything they did in that clip, from camera work to editing to it's a music video, so you don't really do a lot of sound design, but everything you need for a good music video, you need a good song, you need a good visual story, and you need well, good actors, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
And this music video really had all of it. What impressed me the most was the use of all the effects and transitions.
Mm-hmm.
That music video is very heavy on special transitions and use of AI image processing in some parts.
Yeah.
It was very interesting for me to see. It was something that I haven't seen before, and I thought it was really interesting and cool. I was like, I immediately thought to myself, oh, I'd like to make something like this at some point.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. The
Mhm.
hinata clones.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's actually one of the best parts of the music video for me, when she comes up close to the camera and it's flashing and stuff, and
Mm.
you have the clones, and yeah, it's a really cool moment.
For the record, who's your
Well,
bias?
I'm Hinata bias, of
Wow,
course.
that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy. I've only had like hinata biases on the show. I think I think I've only had like two other ones, but we got two hinata biases here today. So,
Mhm.
um, what what part of like XG like got you to stay? Like I know a lot of people are like super into the music. They get super into like, XG as a whole. But then there's like a community behind XG, right? There's the Alphas community. There's like the Alphas
Yeah.
app. There's like OGA. There's like a lot of different like communities. I know like Philippines has like a whole different like thing. What made you stay with like and be like part of the community rather than just like be a silent like person, like, oh, I
Mhm.
enjoy XG, but I'm gonna be to myself kind of thing.
Yeah. Um, so I found out about XG, and uh, I think I found one of OG's videos, one of the reactions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember exactly what video it was. So I watched the video, and there was the Discord link, and I was like, maybe it would be cool to meet some new people,
Mm-hmm.
see, have people to talk about with new music and XG related stuff, because K-pop is somewhat growing here in Norway, but it's not the biggest thing. I have one friend maybe who is into K-pop, more like old school stuff though, and I thought it would be nice to have more people to talk to, and
Mm-hmm.
so I joined the server and uh, found really one of the better communities I've been around, I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's the community part which also made me stay and kept me like interested and invested. Um, it's a big part of it for me. I think when you have such a good group, first of all, with such good core values and all the message that they bring forth, I think it's only natural that you have a good community behind that. And the community wouldn't exist without XG, and XG wouldn't exist without the community of the alphas.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a symbiotic relationship, I feel like.
For sure. I feel like
And uh, and what also really like I think is really nice and sometimes really blows me away is how thankful the girls are.
mm-hmm.
Like at every possible moment, it's like thank you for being our fans. Thank you for following along. Thank you for supporting us. Like every blog post, every video, every interaction they have on stage. And I think that's something we don't see enough of. So I'm just happy to support that.
For sure. I feel like alphas are definitely, I wouldn't say they're like the most crazed fans. Obviously some people are, but I feel like they're more like the type of fan to like want to promote the group like to others and like, hey, have you heard of this group XG? You know, that type of thing. You go and like you watch like reaction videos and stuff, and then the reactor is always like, hey, what should I react to next? And a lot of people actually chime in and say XG. Like it's actually pretty crazy, like how like the fan base itself is trying to like get more and more people into them, and then a lot of people are actually like becoming like part of like, you know, the fandom. So definitely think it's exciting.
Yeah.
What are your favorite songs?
It's a tough question.
I know it is. I mean,
So I can go by what Spotify tells me,
uh-huh.
and I can go but by my feelings. So I'll just do both.
Okay.
Um, I should have had that open actually, but I think my top song of 2023 was New Dance.
Okay. Good song. Good song.
Uh, yeah. Uh, but for me, I think I have Girl Gang, New Dance, and uh, Left Right about at the same spot.
Mm,
It's really, really hard to choose. It's almost impossible, really. It depends so much on how I feel that day, what song I go to.
mm-hmm. Bruddah, you had like a similar list, right? I think.
I do. I guess, man, it's hard for me to choose between Left,
It
Right, and New
is.
Dance.
It is. It is.
It is. New Dance was like on the front end of it, right? It wasn't so much of a wow, but then more and more, like it just ends up in the
It's a
background.
vibe. It's a vibe.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, for sure. Like when I'm driving, when I'm doing work, whatever I'm doing, like if it's in the background, it's perfect.
Yeah,
It's just
I had to
it's
fight
a
for that one.
fun song.
For the tier maker, I
It's
had to
just
fight that one.
it's just a fun song. I think that's what's so good about it. It's just about having fun and enjoying the moment, really, which is one of XG's messages. Just like enjoy the point you're
Hmm.
in right now,
Enjoy the
because
moment.
it's not, yeah, because
Mhm.
this moment is not gonna come back.
Yeah. Speaking of moments, what is your favorite XG moment? Like, it could be from behind the scenes footage. It could be from like, you know, the XG days videos, blog posts. Like, what is your favorite XG moment that's happened? Like, it doesn't have to be in a song or anything either. Because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of good moments.
Um, I gotta say, Maya being deathly afraid of birds. That's my favorite recent moment. Just like, oh my God, the bird! I'm gonna die, and
Yeah.
just like running to the other side. I think she told in the Alphaz chat, she was like, "Oh, so I was walking down the street earlier, a few days ago, and I saw two pigeons. Help!"
Yeah. She
and,
called them her
and
mortal enemy or something.
yeah, yeah, she said something like that, and I was just like, I'm just imagining her just like running across the street to the other side just to not walk in front of the birds.
Hmm.
So I think that's like the funniest moment for me recently. And then I mean, this is more personal though, but just the member interactions for me.
Hmm.
Every time it happens, it's like a highlight for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, for sure. Bruddah, you got any good moments that you can think of?
Um, it has to be KCON last year.
Cake
Like,
on last year.
yeah, when they did the 21 cover.
Oh,
Mm,
yeah, yeah, that's a good moment.
yeah.
Yeah, I kind of lost it up in my suite. But I mean, it was like, I don't know. It just felt like it just felt right. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if anybody was gonna cover their song,
They
who
did
else?
it. They did such a good job, and they also like put in their own flavor. I really
Yeah,
enjoyed it.
they dropped their own verse on it. It was great. It wasn't just a straight up cover.
Mhm.
It was really good. Like I love when they do all their side projects like that. Like and for the most part last year, right? Like most of them were just like surprises. Like
Yeah.
um, what is it? Tape 3A 3B
Mhm.
when they debuted it at Head in the Clouds. Oh, that's another great moment. And then like you were like, oh man, I missed out. And then the next day they dropped the videos, and you're like, oh, this is all planned. This is a whole
Yeah.
production already. And yeah, there's so many good moments like that. I think.
I think last
Just
year was definitely like the year of like just hitting you when you least expect it.
right.
And so far this year has kind of been similar, but it's also this year's also been like, anticipation. Like they're about to like do something, you just don't know when.
Yeah, you can feel it in the air. Like I've been feeling it in the air for like a month or two now. Just like something is coming,
Something's coming.
and I mean we've they're ramping up everything. I feel like
Hmm.
uh, their social media presence is ramping up. The amount of events they're doing is ramping up. Um, so there's a lot of good stuff coming.
A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll take a quick break there, and then in a few minutes we'll get back to it. So we just had a little bit of news drop last night. It was a bit suspicious Maya was in chat, and it was also a bit suspicious Hinata was in chat. Then out of nowhere, we got some news, some
Mhm.
pretty hype news. So
Big
Valorant
news.
has their little tourney thing, right? Yeah, we're not we're not into a Valorant, but it has this tourney thing. And I guess the Pacific region has like a song. XG is the group that's doing the song, and this dropped last night. Song is called Undefeated. So we're pretty excited, all right? I think all three of us are pretty excited for a new XG song that we weren't expecting. We know about Woke Up, you know, and
Mhm.
out of nowhere we get Undefeated. Um, Typically with Riot songs, it's like a pretty amped up song. But I think Simon also has a little part to play, like a production part. So we'll see. Hopefully they keep their XG flavor. Um, what are your wishes for the song, and what do you think like your best guess of how the song's gonna be?
Well, it didn't drop yet. It was
Yeah.
announced.
It was
It
announced.
was
It was
Yeah.
announced.
announced.
Announced is April
Um,
12th.
yeah, April 12th, which is pretty
7 days.
close.
Yeah,
It's
pretty close. I think it's
7 days
Friday.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, well, not 7 days for me. It's 6 days.
6 days.
We have a time zone thing going on. Um, what do I wish it to be? Just as you said, I'm pretty sure it's going to be like an amped up kind of song. Uh, the thing I'm thinking about is I think it was New Jeans who had a song as well for something.
For League. Yeah, for League of
For
Legends.
for League of Legends, they
Yeah.
had I think it was called Gods.
Yeah.
I
I will say
think
though, that song wasn't very New Jeans though.
no, but I think it would be. I think it's gonna be in that direction. That's the direction they're gonna take. Um, I know I expect something more like classic XG, so like something more in the direction of um, shooting star and left right with maybe a touch of uh, Go Gang. So
Hmm.
like something around that
That
stuff.
time, yeah.
Yeah, because I think that's probably what Riot told them. Well, they were like, "Oh, we really like these songs. if you could take like elements from each song and put them together, it would be a great song for us.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, maybe the song was already ready and Riot were just like, oh, we want to use this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never really know. I always wonder, like, where do they get the creative direction for projects, collabs like that?
Hmm.
You know, XG or be it New Jeans or Let's Start From, or you know, whatever collaboration it is. Um, I kind of hope there's like some high energy, like EDM.
Mm-hmm. High energy and EDM.
Uh, yeah, we haven't really heard that,
Yeah,
I
from
guess.
XG we haven't. Like EDM with
And
like rap, hard hitting rap.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. I could easily see that.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of haven't seen that yet, so it might be a good opportunity. You never know. Like whenever they come out of the blue with a project, it's just something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
They said there's going to be a strong baseline. So
It's
I'm
got it.
excited for that.
It's got
I'm
it.
excited for that.
It's got it.
I just know I'm gonna play this song at full
Anything
volume.
with a gunshot has to have a strong baseline.
yep.
um yeah, if I think we're pretty amped for it. I think it's gonna be, pretty hype song, pretty like,
Mm.
get yourself into the mood type of song. So pretty excited. Y'all have any other thoughts about the what you think it could be, or ready to move on?
I mean, the flip side of it is, what if we get like a bleeding heart kind of EDM
Like a
song? Like,
slow,
yeah, now, yeah, kind of like a, man, how do a little bit more house.
a little bit more
Um,
else.
yeah,
Mm.
From what I've seen that they've done before for Valorant songs, it's pretty like high pace and
yeah, I
like
imagine,
a
like,
little hectic almost. So I can see
yeah.
them doing like a high pace one more than like a slower one. Even though like Valorant's a pretty slow game. Um, but yeah. All right. Topic number one. Before we were rudely interrupted by some news. Um,
Hmm.
so XG's music videos. We have our guest Jay on,
Mhm.
who's very, a lot of your future career is gonna be videography and stuff like that. So, XG's got really, really good music videos, right? They're pretty well edited. Just kind of want to talk about, what are your favorite parts from these music videos? What do you think that they do really well? Obviously there's like different directors for each one. Um, so just kind of talk about different ones. I think we can start with like Girl Gang, obviously the one that got you into XG.
Yeah,
Crazy visuals, right? What do you think?
insane. Um, well, a Girl Gang was, as you said, it was what brought me in to the fold, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was really impressive because again, as I said, I've never seen anything like it.
Mm-hmm.
From direction to editing to performance, everything was just on another level for me. Um, I think what XG does well uh, in is their concepts, because you have to have an interesting concept, because if you don't have an interesting concept, you don't have an interesting music video.
Mm-hmm.
So the concepts are a vital part of uh, creating the story and delivering what the message basically says. Um, Editing wise, Girl Gang is very heavy on CG.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just thinking of like, oh, how long did it really take them to make this one? Because it's CG
2 minute
on the
video.
level that it's like CG on the level of like some Hollywood production companies like
Mhm.
struggle making CG in this quality. I'm sure a lot of money was poured into that project.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said earlier, the transitions are the most impressive part here. So the editing really brings everything together for me. By the way, for those who don't know, I haven't said that earlier. I'm a film student. I study film in Norway.
Mhm.
I'm right now on my last semester. I have a few months before I graduate.
Almost there, buddy.
Almost
Almost.
there. Almost there.
Almost there. um so Girl Gang definitely had like the crazy editing, the crazy like CG. But then you have like the opposite end, right? You have like New Dance that doesn't have the crazy CG, but it's still
Mhm.
a lot of like editing, a lot of different locations. They had 2 music videos for it.
Right.
Um, what's the difference between them outside of just like CG? Like, is it still hard to do a New Dance, or like what would you be your preference like if you were to make a music video?
Um, it comes more to like production
Mm-hmm.
philosophy, I'd say. I sound very pretentious now, but
Let me
I
ask.
like I like keeping things natural.
Yeah.
So for me, the first New Dance
Mm-hmm.
music video is the best one. It's the
Mm,
one I think of when I think about New Dance.
okay.
Yeah, the multiverse music video is really cool,
Yeah.
and it's also really, really well made. There's more of a story there.
Yeah.
Um, but for me, the first music video is really, you cannot beat it.
Yeah.
It's all about having fun.
Yes.
And I think that's the core of that song. Uh, so it really like delivers
Yeah.
on the message it's
Yeah,
pushing.
for sure. I feel like across the board, when you look at any of their videos, it's like you said earlier, they have this commitment to the concept. And like
Yeah.
for instance, the whole concept for left right, like, we already, all the alphas know that they're aliens, right? But then they make this commitment to like
Hmm.
this Star Trek vibe, right?
Yeah.
And it goes
Yeah.
all the way down to the outfits. But then when they change the outfits, and it's like they get us with the nostalgia too, like outfits
Mhm.
of the era that they're trying to emulate, and they have some really neat edits in that video, like in the
Fishbowl lens.
corridor shot. Yeah, the
Yeah, the
fishbowl.
corridor.
They brought when they're in the corridor, it did some really good editing there too. Um, yeah, kind of commitment, the concept, like as you go through each video, is just like you understand that
Mhm.
there's like this big picture story that they're also telling, and
Hmm.
like as disconnected as it seems sometimes, you can still find, you can still pick out these pieces where it's like, oh, this is how it connects to that, and it's pretty neat. It's a pretty neat way of storytelling.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
uh
Uh,
uh I
you were
think
saying?
I think going from tippy toes to mascara to like shooting star, you saw like the way they like edited the videos and like the type of storytelling did it like either I wouldn't say improved, but they definitely built on it every step.
Mm,
So like I definitely think they've like evolved more, and then like they're doing more and more storytelling. Maybe it's budget. I don't really know, but like I've definitely seen it like kind of evolve a little bit, like more and more. Um,
Yeah, I'd say a big part of it is budget. Because XG is on the rise right now. They're
yeah,
becoming more and more popular, and the more popular they become, more people want to invest. And sadly, that's just how it works. Like you need a good amount of money to make a good quality project. If it's a short film, if it's a music video, if it's full-length feature. So yeah, as there's more money coming in, I feel like the quality and the production quality of the videos is just going to go up.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to also touch on Nunance because I have it running right here in the tab next to me, so I can remind myself a little bit on how it looks. Nudance, in opposition to some, I'd say maybe other music videos of theirs, is very camera movement heavy.
Mm.
The camera is never still. It's never static. It's always moving. So you really have this flow of energy through the music video,
Yeah.
which is something that's hard to do because as soon as you go static, you kill all of that energy. So going through with that movement through the whole music video is something that's really nice to see.
Now that you say that, I actually you hit it right on the nail. Cause like I think about like the jurin rap part and how they like move with that into the Maya transition. And then like
Hmm.
at the end of her rap, they like do like a swipe with the camera.
Hmm.
It yeah, it's so good. It's actually really good. Um, and then like the bowling alley and everything like that too. That area, a
Yeah.
lot of wow, my camera just decided to do whatever it wanted to do, but it just like whoa. Uh, but yeah, definitely like better camera movement than that. Like obviously,
Yeah.
um, yeah. No, I completely agree. A lot of the camera movement's great. Um,
It's less of a wipe I'm seeing now, and it's more of a jump cut. But I get what you mean.
yeah.
The energy is still there.
Yeah. It does it without losing energy.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
then
the flashes as well. It does like these flashes that are like they remind of like an old, I'd say an old 8mm film camera, and just like
mm,
how the film goes bad and becomes red. Sometimes
mm,
it does that if you finish like filming and then you keep the film stays at that point, and then some time passes before you film something else. Light usually leaks in and exposes that frame,
oh,
so it like flashes. It's a cool thing to see as well.
so
It just
they're
again it just goes into the concept and like the feel they're trying to bring in the 2000s and early 90s stuff.
that's cool.
I wasn't around for that. I'm
You're a youngin.
younger. I'd say I'm a little bit younger than the average age
For alphas.
of alphas. But I remember some of the stuff from the early 2000s, so it is still nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, XG plays on that nostalgia pretty heavily.
To be fair, I do think a lot of the newer alphas are younger now. Like I think initially, if we like stick on that topic, I feel like initially it did like pull all the nostalgia people in, like us older folk.
Hmm.
um, but then like as they've like kind of evolved a little bit, I think more and more of a younger crowd is coming in, and especially with this Valorant like collab, I think it's definitely gonna
Yeah,
like continue.
it's
Um,
gonna be the Valorant collab is a really, really, really big thing.
yeah,
It's I think some people don't realize how huge it is because
yeah.
it's yeah, I don't know really what to say about it, but it's gonna bring a lot of new fans in. There's
For
gonna
sure,
be
for
a
sure.
there's gonna be a big jump in the number of alphas for sure.
I'm curious about the music video they'll do for it, because with the Riot they have like an animated video that plays usually, and it's like animated, it doesn't really have the artist. So like XG animated might be kind of cool.
Yeah,
So like, or
that
like
would
them
be
as
really
like
cool.
the Valorant characters or something like that. Um, yeah, we'll see. That Riot got budget,
Mm,
They
so
do.
they got budget.
they got
Um,
that money.
so I think some of the other things that we see they're editing in is also like their behind the scenes content. I think they do a pretty good job of like not only like showing the girls in like natural ways, but they also show like funny moments at like a good time, right? You have like the story of like, Universal and Disney in LA, and then you
Mhm.
see like how Juria gets more and more disheveled as she has to like get on these rides that she doesn't really want to get on anymore.
Why are you using that word? That's not a nice word to use.
She's like
Disheveled.
by the end of it, she's just kind of like, I don't know if I want to be
Shook.
here. Yeah,
She's shook. She's
shook.
very shook. Yeah.
Yeah, shook. And then like it ties into later on when they go to like Abu Dhabi and they go to the theme park there, and she's like, I need 2 days notice. I need 2 days notice, right? But like they do such
Uh,
a good job of like leaning into like the things that they've done before and bringing those same like qualities up. Like Maya with birds thing, right? That's
mhm.
come up a few times when they went to like Sydney at the zoo there.
Mhm.
Um but yeah, no, like I think that's also something to talk about. Like what do you guys think about like the editing and like the flow of these XG days videos?
Um, they're really. I really like the documentary style
Mm,
that they do. It feels like I'm watching like I mean that's basically what it is. It's like a day in the life of XG basically.
mm-hmm,
Um, so I feel like you get to be there and like see how they know how to work hard
mm-hmm.
but have fun at the same time.
Yeah,
And they always show that you can work hard and be professional, but have fun at the same time,
for sure.
which is a very positive thing. Because a lot of people are like, oh, if you're working, you have to be like in work mode.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't necessarily think that's the right thing. I think having fun while you work is very important because it boosts your creativity and it boosts your um, willingness to do bigger things and to invest more in what you're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, the uh, the editing style where you have like these clips and then it's usually like a wipe. It's like this effect where like they have like these uh it's like a picture and then it goes out like a PowerPoint presentation kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing and then it goes then in again.
Yeah.
Is like a cool transition, I think, as well. But it's probably just something that they had ready in some editing software.
Do you think so like sometimes at the end of those like behind the scenes or XG days videos, they have like they save like a meme at the end, right? Like there's like the Vogue video where like they're trying to take Hinata's shoes off.
Shoe,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
right. Or like they have like some weird like ending like for another video. Um,
hmm
but that's the one that comes to mind. But like, do you think that's always like a fun thing, or like, do you think like,
And again, it comes to the experience part of it,
mm-hmm,
uh, because it leaves you with a hook.
mm,
Leaves you with wanting something more. You're like, oh, this is like the ending is so funny. I really want to see more of that.
Yeah.
So it's a marketing almost like kind of thing, because their target, of course, is to keep you interested.
Mm-hmm.
They want to keep you on the line, and I think that's it's done on purpose. They always leave a meme, like a meme or a funny moment at the end. So you finish the video and like, it was too short. I want more. Like, and I find myself like always in that position. Like the video ends, and I'm like, no, give me more.
Yeah,
Unless it's
I love.
the. Go ahead, Bretta.
Oh no, I was gonna say I love the outtakes because it shows that they don't take themselves too seriously,
For sure.
like
Yeah.
like all the time, right? It's like you said, it's not
Mhm.
all work.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely enjoying the journey and they're documenting it,
Mhm.
really well. It's not all just work for them. They do work really hard. Um, but it's also nice to see the behind the scenes of them just having fun and getting to do things. Like I don't, when they go to Abu Dhabi, if you notice when they eat, when they snack, they literally just had whatever they wanted to have. It
Yeah.
was like all the junk food in the park was right there on the table,
Yeah.
and it's just a healthy thing to see. It's like a really neat thing to see because it's like, yep, that's what you want to do, and you don't want to be worrying about your macros. I'm pretty sure. Well, maybe Chisa probably likes that, but
Yeah.
um,
Protein.
the other, yeah, for the other girls, pretty sure they're like, yes, give me all the popcorn or, whatever else it is they want, the candy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's also like the post show, like I can do what I want type thing.
Mhm. Yeah, it is. It is for sure.
I just
The
think about I just think about like the Maya's birthday video where they left in the part of her like saying thank you to Alphas for like 20 minutes or something. She just kept going on and on and on. I just think about that. Like they didn't have to but like do her like that, but they did. Oh my god. It's so good.
Yeah,
Um
man, I wanted to say something, but I forgot what it was. Um, what did you say at the start there, brother? You said like when you
Oh,
just
just
started
talking
talking.
about like the behind the scenes kind of, and just them having fun
yeah.
and enjoying their journey. Was kind of my point with.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, I remember. Like they should just like the XG days, I swear, like 90% of it is just the girls eating. Like it's
I
just
love
them
it.
eating.
I love
I
it.
mean,
I do too.
I'm
I'm
not
not gonna.
complaining. I'm not complaining, but I'm just like they're always eating. Like
I actually love it. I like it. I know it like
I find
yes,
it
they
really
should be doing
funny.
other stuff, but like I actually love that they're just eating and I get to see them like actually enjoy themselves cuz like for a lot of like idol groups, not eating is like the thing, right? Like they're all
Yeah.
like usually like way too not just like skinny, but like I feel like sometimes they're just famished. And like them
Mm,
like eating, taking care of their bodies, like still getting like decent nutrition, at the same time
yeah.
is actually really important. And I actually like to see them eat like healthily, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So and that's what
I
kind of what brother was saying too. Like, you get to see them like enjoy themselves while eating. So
mhm. I hope at some point they take like a lot of footage from like XG days and stuff. Say at like the five-year anniversary or something, and they just make like a movie out of it, like a
mm,
2 hour just like documentary basically, because that's basically what they're doing.
yeah.
That whole series is just a documentary basically.
For
Mhm.
sure. It's actually really nice to see too.
Mm.
All right. With that, we'll take another break real quick and
Hmm.
then we'll be back with our next topic. All right.
Yeah.
All right, we're back from the break. Next topic. We're going to talk a little bit about the world tour. We finally got our announcement. Uh,
Woo
a
woo.
couple weeks ago. Yay, we got it. Finally something. We got something.
We got
Uh,
something.
yeah. So tour starts in Japan, heads to the rest of the Asia, and then goes to North America, I think, right? And
Mhm.
then North America is like in October, and then Europe in November. We don't know where. We just know the general area of where they're going to be. The only places that have like definitive cities and dates is Asia. So, with that said, I think both of you guys are veteran concert goers. Do you guys have any good advice about people going to concerts? At least, like, both of you guys, one in Europe, one in North America. Any good advice of people going to concerts? Because there's also like the Asian concerts can be a little different too. So, let's say Bruddah, you want to go first since you're the most
Sure.
experienced age wise.
Um. Thanks.
No problem.
The
It's
so
just grandpa.
yeah, I think I like to always go early.
Hmm.
Um, I think the one unique thing about K-pop concerts, if you've never been to a K-pop concert, um, is the fandom and how giving they are. Like you show up and there's freebies. And people just like to talk to other fans. Like some people, I know someone who went to a concert recently, didn't know the group really, never really listened to him. He just showed up
Hmm.
and he met people in the merch line. So you want to be able to go early so that you can hit the merch line if you plan on buying merch because those lines are long. But really just to kind of take the time to be around the fandom, like go around and talk to people. It's like when are you ever going to get a chance to be surrounded by a bunch of people who love the group that you love? Um, I always try to be comfortable, have a nice set of shoes, or
Don't
a
wear
comfortable
heels.
pair of shoes. Yeah, exactly. I've seen some crazy stuff, like people wearing the tallest heels, and I'm like, I don't know how you do it, but more power to you.
Yeah.
Wear a comfortable set of shoes, and just give yourself time to enjoy it. Like it's not just I know in LA it's hard because we're in Los Angeles. It's kind of hard to be there early sometimes. You just can't get around it. But I always try to give myself at least a little time. To just get there early, maybe meet up with some people that you know are going to be there, or just to be in the merch line and be able to put stuff back in the car before you actually go in the venue.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you ended up buying more merch and then you end up lugging it around. And yeah, if everyone has to go to the bathroom at the same time, you got to lug all your gear to the bathroom.
Mm.
So yeah, that's pretty much all. My biggest takeaway from just going is to just enjoy it. It's real. Don't just show up for the show. There's so much more going on around it, and you could meet some really cool people.
Cool. Jay.
I'll go a little bit into what brother said. Um, Good shoes are a must. Get shoes that you're comfortable in standing in for an extended time.
Mhm.
Um, Pack light is also a big thing for me. I mostly go to like metal and rock concerts. That's like my main thing. I haven't been to a K-pop concert yet. So yeah, just like make sure you have good shoes. Pack as light as you can. Like bring really only what you need. Just phone, keys. If you
Merch.
like doing fan, yeah, like your merch. If you like are doing fan cams and stuff, bring your camera. I guess that's what I usually do. I like to have some footage. And the most important thing is just relax and have fun. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
enjoy being there. Don't be stuck behind your phone filming too much. Like actually experience the concert and like I've, the best thing is really the memories that you get from
Mhm.
the concert. That's the biggest thing for me, even though I like having some footage.
What kind of fans are you when you go to a concert? Like, are you the rowdy fan? Are you like the, I'm gonna sit here and just listen fan? Are you the single along to every single lyric fan? Like, what type of concert goer are you?
I'd say I'm the quiet fan.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy the concert, but like I enjoy it within myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't usually sing along that much, and uh I don't go too crazy, but I am almost 100% sure if I get to see XG, I will lose my mind. So it will change.
It will change.
It will change. It will change.
I definitely like to sing along. I
Mm-hmm.
can't for that reason. I have such a hard time like recording.
Mm-hmm. Because you just hear
'Cause
yourself in the
all
recording.
I hear is
Yeah.
myself, and like sometimes, even if I go to a concert with my wife, she'll like slap me on the shoulder because she's trying to record, and like she's like, I can hear you. It's like I'm just trying to enjoy myself, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you if you
I'll be singing every lyric as well,
yeah,
like
dude.
at the XG concert, and I will go. It's just a matter of time.
Um, what kind of vibes do you guys like at concert? Like, I know, like Bruddah, like for KCON, you were in like the suite area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like some people want to be like down in there, like up front, like at like the like super like awesome fan cam area, like um do you want to are you like the type of person to be like up front and like want to like shove your way up to the front like of like a pit, or are you like fine being chill like in the back as long as you get to see them?
Brother, you can
Oh,
go.
sorry, I was waiting for you. Um, if I had my choice, I'd
Mm,
probably do both. Like if there's multiple days involved, go down close one day, and then the second day you could do all your recording and sit back in the suite and relax and really just like enjoy the show,
yeah.
or the spectacle of it. But I know like when you're up front, it's kind of a different beast. Like you kind of get swept up in everybody else's emotions, and if people are going crazy around you, you're gonna go crazy too. But that's
Hmm.
fun, right? Like
Mm,
that's just people who are just letting themselves go. Um, it could go either way. It can go either way. Most times, I'm pretty content with just being in the suite because I'm older. But I think XG is one of those groups where I will probably try to get barricade if I can.
Nice.
Um, yeah, yeah, for sure. I think they're definitely worth the barricade.
mhm. Uh, it depends on a lot of stuff for me. It depends if I've seen the group before. It depends. I guess mostly on that. Because if I haven't seen them before, I like being close. So that means usually trying to get barricade. And the venues here in Norway are pretty small. If like
Ah.
it's not like a massive band or group. So usually you can still be in the back and still see really well.
Hmm.
So sometimes I just if I cannot get barricade, I just go to the back of the venue and just stand by the console or something, and that usually works really well. Um, if it's a matter of money, like a Metallica concert or something like that, floor tickets are usually much more expensive.
Hmm.
Uh, so yeah, so then I usually go for a seat.
Yeah. I think there's also like cultural differences. So like both of
Hmm.
all of us are like Western like audience, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Typically it's a lot more like sing along vibe, a lot more like rowdy at points. But I know like some
Mm.
Asian countries, like especially like Japan, it's a lot more laid back. It's like,
Yeah.
let the performers perform kind of vibe. Um if you like were to go to like one of those concerts, would you be able to like contain yourself from like not singing along or like I mean if Jurin
Uh,
goes on stage and goes everything I do at A1 flawless, like would you be able to resist, like no.
Yeah,
no. No.
I would probably at least get. Yeah, I would probably at least get that one out.
Yeah.
Just at least to get it out of my system.
Listen. I paid good money for that. I'm gonna enjoy myself.
Yeah.
Okay. So if that's my way of enjoying myself, I'm gonna sing along, and it might be not that acceptable there, but I mean, when you have a multicultural fan base, you I think it's part of it. You need to
Mhm.
expect people having different ways of expressing their um, love or appreciation for the group.
Mhm.
Uh, uh, I mean, I always see like the Japan showcase footage, and I'm just like, how are people sitting still?
Yeah.
Like I would be all over the place.
Absolutely.
Uh, so yeah, it will be very difficult to I of course I'll be able to do it, but like it will be difficult to just sit down in a chair and not sing along or yeah.
I will
I,
say though, before I get Bruddah to talk, in the Alphas app, there's a few people from like North America who are going to the Japan show, like the
Hmm.
World Tour shows, and they specifically ask, like the J Alphas and Alphas chat, like, yeah, how should I, conduct myself? How should I like, what type of clothes should I wear? They actually asked those questions, and like, a lot of J Alphas just said like, you do you. Like literally just said you do you, like don't worry about like how you look. Just enjoy the show, enjoy it the way you want. So a
Hmm.
lot of people were like still supportive. Even though like, obviously they have their culture. Pretty much enjoy yourself. That was like the main message a lot of them said. So
Yeah,
I think
that
that's
that's
important to say.
that's really good to hear.
there's one thing about like going out there that kind of like a bucket list thing for me is like I just want to be able to go to a concert and do all the fan chants with everyone else doing it too,
Hmm.
and not just like a handful of people, like 5 people who know the
Yeah.
fan chants.
Yeah.
So like I think that's like I don't know. I would
They're
at
like
least
the
want to try and do
saying
that.
their full name at the beginning and then going
Yeah, yeah,
XG.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like I'd like to experience like just
Just
a
that.
full like stadium of
Bro,
just
I'm gonna have to
fan chants.
learn these. I
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
me
don't
no,
too.
no.
I
know them.
gotta learn those.
Uh, there's I'll link it to you later. I know where all the fan chants
I
are now.
yeah. I've seen them on like YouTube because like actually posted some of their fan chants like how they do
Mhm.
them, but like I
Mm.
haven't actually like memorized them because I usually just sing the song.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, that's definitely a vibe.
it's a new commitment. Like
It is a new commitment. Y'all got anything else to say about World Tour or like anything that you're looking forward to? Obviously North America, Europe later in the year, probably have more
Mm.
songs come out by then. Hopefully, we don't know. They might
Yeah,
do another
well,
mini album out of nowhere.
yeah,
I'm crossing my fingers for a Scandinavian date.
Oh, okay.
Anywhere,
Anywhere.
anywhere like in Scandinavia, if it's I mean Finland would be a little far away for me, but like anywhere if it's
Like
Sweden,
Sweden,
Norway, or
Denmark?
Denmark,
Yeah.
it would be great for me. Like that's doable.
What about like the
Even
Netherlands?
that's
Because
a little
that's like
far
right
for
there.
me.
Okay.
It's a little bit far for me, but I think London is also doable.
London. What about like Germany,
London.
like Berlin?
It depends when they announce the dates,
Mm-hmm.
because it depends on the flight tickets mostly.
Yeah. That's what I'm
How's
running into with Japan right now.
how's
Yeah.
weather going to impact how's weather going to be able to impact you? Because that's November, right? Like,
Does it snow?
Listen,
Like, does it snow in like?
listen.
Okay.
I stood out in freezing weather. I think it was -5 or 6 Celsius.
Oh wow.
oh my goodness.
I stood outside for about 3.5 hours for baby metal.
Oh my god.
So I think I can do 4 hours for XG.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
He's already built up
Very
the stamina.
I don't think it's gonna be a problem.
cool.
Good. All right. With that, we'll take another quick break and then we'll wrap it up a little bit. We're back after a quick break. Next topic, we're going to talk about memes.
Uh-huh.
We're talking about memes. It's been a while since we've kind of gone over different XG memes, even like community memes about like different alphas. So a lot of us are memers. We've made our own memes. I know Bruddah's made his, Jay's made his own. So, what are some of your favorite memes that have come from XG? Uh, Bruddah, you want to go first?
I mean, I have a lot. Nothing that
Okay,
really comes to mind, but there's people out there on Twitter like Vector Chef and Nick Dano. They cook.
they cook, as
Like
they
they
say.
seriously cook. Like I could pull up my phone like at lunchtime or whatever and just scroll through it, and for sure they've got something for the day.
Hmm.
What I think one of the more uh like popular things right now is there's like people make memes of hinata.
Hmm.
Yeah, the Oompa Loompa.
Oompa Loompa.
I made my own. I don't know. You could post that up if you want. Um,
Hina
kind of
Papa
made
the
him,
rapper.
Papa the rapper. Um, I don't know. You kind of have to be a little older to understand, but there used to be a PlayStation game called Parappa the Rapper, and yeah,
Kick,
when I
punch.
heard that she was gonna, yeah, kick punch, and when I heard that Hina was gonna rap, I was like, oh no, it's Hina Papa the Rapper.
The
So
fact
yeah,
that it works so well with like a lot of different memes too, like
it literally you can do
yeah.
so many things with that one. Um,
Um, there's also Jay makes a lot of memes too, right? So you've made a
No,
few different ones. I'll post a bunch of them up that you've sent me. Uh,
yeah, I haven't made too much. But here and there, when I have a good idea, I make I make a meme. Yeah.
yeah. What's one of your favorite ones right now? I know Oompa Loompa Hina.
Oompa Loompa Hina is the biggest one right now. Um, and then we have like really community memes that are really big. And like the community memes, I'd say they're better than the regular ones. But another favorite of mine right now is the girls holding guns. Like when someone says something annoying or something stupid, like they just send that, and people just sent that, and it
Like a
really
picture of
makes me crack
Cocona and
up.
it's like a gun, or like a
And she's
picture of
holding a
yeah.
gun, or a picture of Hinata, and she's holding a gun. Like it's really funny. It cracks me up every time I see it.
They always have like the most like
Um,
gangster face on their on there too.
yeah, yeah, and it's like they look so hardcore, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna shoot you now, man." Like that's you better watch it.
Hmm. Uh,
Um,
I think your
yeah,
most recent one, Cooking Mama.
that's not mine.
Oh, it's not yours.
That's Vector's. He's
Oh, Vector's so good, man.
Vector Chef. He's a member in the OGA Discord, and he is one of the best memers around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've made some other ones which I'm kind of proud of. Uh, I don't remember exactly what video it is from. I think it's one of the XG Days videos when they went to the shrine.
Mm-hmm.
Or Juria has her hands together like this. And I was like, that's me whenever I send someone an XG song and I'm just waiting there to hear what they think. And then I have one I made from the picture when I think it was Chisa and Hinata, I think. I might be wrong. Who went rock climbing with
Mm-hmm.
Simon.
Yeah.
And people were just cutting Simon out and putting him like on stuff. So I put him on the Tokyo Tower,
Mm-hmm.
climbing that one. And I think the caption was, "Oh no, Simon is attacking Tokyo
Tokyo Tower.
Tower. Only Godzilla can stop him." Something like that.
Yeah, I think another person was Spicy Chips. He's also made like the
Yeah, is also really
he
good.
he made Simon on the moon, and then I think he sent it to him.
Yeah.
Is because it's like obviously XG's out of this world, and there's like a whole
Mm.
space theme. Hinata in the back rooms. Was that you too?
Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah.
That's one I made. I spent way too much time making it, but it's worth it because it's one of um, my favorite self-made memes.
Nice, nice. Then
Uh,
obviously the community ones where we take shots at OGA members.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's always all in good fun. Like
Yeah.
it's never like being offensive to be offensive. It's just for fun, and we make sure like people are understanding of that people understand it's just jokes. And if we ever like cross the line, like people say so. People say,
Yeah.
"Hey, I didn't like that," and
Yeah.
yeah, I think people are very. That's the great part about the community. People are very open generally, and if something happens, they sort it out.
Yeah. For sure. I will say like we have a lot of memers. We have like a whole channel for the Oompa Loompa Hinata, like find Hinata in like a random picture, and you have to like find like a tiny Hinata in there. So
Mm,
it's so fun to like have all these things that like it sounds so stupid, but it's so like it's also like in good faith. It's in good fun. Um, real fun to have.
hmm
Personally, I love the shots at OG. Just like everyone memeing each other about like different things.
The edits come out fast. Like you don't even think that
Yeah,
people are paying attention to chat sometimes, and
I
someone will
I
say
love it.
something.
Or
Yeah,
we're just
people
like
are
It's
talking.
so
like,
fast.
We'll just be talking, and then out of nowhere, it'll be like Nick comes out of nowhere, and he's like on his phone, and he like edits someone into some, or Vector Shift like spends like 3 days on like a meme. I'm like, I don't know, bro. It's insane how good like everyone is. Um, wow, Hinata with the gun. So y'all got any more memes? Y'all got any of the memes? um, I guess
See.
we'll move on to the game. Uh,
One more.
one
Just
more. Okay,
one
okay, okay.
more. One
One
more.
more.
Let's do one more.
All right.
Um, the Juria TV one. People making memes about that is kind of funny.
Wait, Juria TV.
Uh, yeah, like because she's let's see if I'm finding it. Is this that one? I think it's another Vector chef actually. He made like it's from the recent Tamagotchi announcement
Mm,
thing.
I don't think I've seen it then.
Yeah, so you basically just grab the frame where Juria is in front of the TV,
Hmm.
and then he just threw stuff onto the TV, and it is so funny. It is so funny. I think this one is. I'll send it to you.
All right,
Send
cool.
it to you.
All right, you ready for the game? So the game this week is this or that. I don't know what I
Oh,
just did there. So last time we did this game, I gave both the people on two different things, and they had to pick one of them, and then they have to explain why they picked that over the other one. So, like previously, I had hinata abs versus chisa abs. That's a very controversial one. Not gonna bring that up again. Um, then there's like the cocona Bowser backpack versus cocona in a big hat. Stuff like that. So it's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be like too serious. You can your whole like explanation can be a meme. I don't really care. But the better explanation will win. Okay. We'll
yeah.
alternate who goes first. That way they
Mm-hmm.
have like the upper hand with their explanation. So if they want to like pick an explanation first, they get to go first. But you guys can pick the same thing, right? If you
Okay.
pick the same option, that's fine. It's just whichever explanation that you have for it wins. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, I'm the judge of that, so you gotta impress me. All right, so this or that. Number one, we'll go with Jay first since he's our guest.
Okay.
Two options: the Maya close-up versus Harvey's weird faces.
I mean, both are classics.
Hmm. Both are classics.
Um, I'd say the Maya close-up, just because it cracks me up every time, and it is like a recurring like theme within like all of the videos, and there's so many memes about it.
Hmm.
It's like I'm gonna go with the Maya close-ups. My favorite one is the one that's like completely white almost.
Hmm. Completely. It's like so
Yeah,
zoomed in.
it's so like
Yeah,
so close, and like the light is so in her face. It's just like
yeah. I'm thinking I'm gonna pick Maya close-ups.
Okay.
It-
What's your reason?
It's just infinitely like I feel like I just may have used it more personally. Just yeah. Um, I don't know. There's just something about it. It's just so Maya. Like
It's so Maya,
Mhm.
and it's like always the weird angle where it's like her nostrils.
yeah. How do they always get her like that?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
There's the one where like it's Chisa just like chilling, and then she comes in and goes, like it's so fun. All right, I'll give it to Jay. You went first. Unfortunately,
Eh,
y'all had a very similar
hey,
explanation, but
I,
yeah, I
I can't
agree.
fault it.
No. All right, next one. Uh, we got two options again. So first one, Juria playing. I think it was KCON, the KCON game where you're supposed to like dodge the cars or something, and she like
mhm.
is so bad at it, and she like hits every car or something. And she gets 0 points. Okay, or Cocona playing the zombie game in Extra Go and just being afraid of being a zombie and like cannot figure out where anyone is.
Oh,
All right,
uh,
Bruddah, your turn to go first.
it's Kokoto.
It's Coco.
It's Kokoto playing a zombie game for sure because you don't expect you never would have expected that from her.
No.
Like how she's like most of the time she's really stoic and like almost fearless at times. She showed, right?
Mhm.
And then she plays this game, and it's like she doesn't know how to be a zombie. She makes like the weirdest noise comes out of her mouth. I'm like, how? How did this? How? Just
Yeah, I agree. I
yeah.
agree. All right, Jay.
I gotta say, the Cocona zombie as well, just because how funny it was. I mean, the girls just like starting to dance, just to like, I
Okay.
mean, it was so savage and like so like over the top, and I was dying while I was watching it. Like you cannot, I can't beat that.
All right, I have to give it to Jay because he brought up them dancing.
Yeah, that was. Yep.
All right. All right. Now this is a callback. Jay, you're gonna go first for this one. Number
Hmm
3, Maya versus birds,
Oh no.
or Cocona versus clowns. Both of their fears. Because I think Cocona had that
Um,
specific one at like the was it Warner Brothers Park in Abu Dhabi, and she was like, I didn't like that guy when they were talking to the Joker.
oh yeah, right. Um, uh, um, I have to go with Maya again.
Yeah.
I have to. I brought it up earlier as well. It like just the bird thing because it's so absurd and it's just like, dude, it's just a bird. Chill.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the the story she told in the Alphaz chat as well.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I can't go with anything else. I can't.
All right, Bruddah, your turn.
I'm going with Coconut again.
Cocona again.
Coconut
Okay,
and the
interesting.
Coconut and the Cloud. Yeah, because it's like here we have like the guy, he's about to break character. He's literally about to break character, right? But and everyone's like crowded around him, and Coconut's just standing there on the side, and then all the way after the fact, she's like, "No clowns. Like this, I don't want no clowns. I don't like clowns." Like,
Mm-hmm.
and so yeah, again, Coconut was just like doing things way like you think you know, and then you're like, oh yeah, that's
No.
right, it's a little
Yeah.
kid.
Oh no,
I'm
man,
trying
this
to
one's a hard
imagine.
one. This one's
I'm
a
trying to
hard one.
imagine what would happen if someone invited a clown to Cocona's birthday.
Oh my god, I think she would
It's
cry.
crazy because they like remember that one episode where they were outdoors or whatever, and you know they were on in extra go, and like
Mhm.
they were walking around in the dark, and there was that ghost that was following trying to scare them, and she was chill,
Yeah.
but nope. Go to the theme park and there's a clown, and she's like, I'm not having it.
Yeah.
Not today.
Not
You
today.
know what? I think when it comes to weirdness, Maya versus birds is like it's up there. Especially because of how we've seen it in Australia and then like the Alphas chat thing, right? It's crazy. Um, I think when it comes to like Cocona, like the two aspects of it, her being afraid of clowns and then like that whole sequence of like the Warner Brothers thing is also hilarious to me because like she waited until like afterwards she's like, I didn't like that guy or like something
Yeah.
similar to that. I don't know, man, this one's hard. I don't know which way to go. All right, for the sake of keeping it alive, I'll give it to Bruddah.
Hey.
I think last night in the Alpha set, Maya just going off and like talking about the bird, her arch
Yeah, that
nemesis.
was crazy.
All right, number 4. Now this one is gonna be a hard one. We got 2 Hinata fans here. 2 Hinata biases.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Ooh, this might be hard for you guys. Now, part of the Vox series, Hinata has had 2 little songs, right? She's had Ride,
Oh
okay?
no.
And then she's had Bad. Hinata Ride or Hinata Bad.
Don't make me
This
do
one's
this.
Bruddah first.
Um, I'm gonna take Ride.
Ride? Okay,
I
interesting.
really liked. I really like if I think about it and I say from the very beginning of um like the first time I heard each, I would probably say Bad
Mm-hmm.
is so bad or whatever. I forgot the name of the song now.
Yeah.
Um, I would think that that's the one I would lean on, but in truth, I listen to Ride like every 2 days.
Oh, interesting.
Like every other day, I listen to it at some point, and it's like I didn't think that's the one I would gravitate to, but there's something about that where it's just like it captures the way it captures her voice.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like just something about the way it was produced. Um, and that being so early on,
Yeah.
right? I hope we get another solo project from her.
Yeah.
Uh, but
There's also like a
but
full
yeah,
song.
yeah, it's like a full song, and it's just like nothing but Hina.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right, Jay.
I was gonna go with Bad. I was gonna go with Bad, but I gotta agree with Brother.
It's
Um,
hard, man.
yeah, it's really hard. I mean, Brother gave all the like reasons I was gonna give, so I'm a little bit at a loss at what I'm gonna say. So I'm just gonna say because it was just really well made, and the effect they use where she's well, it's just a double exposure, but where she's still in the car,
Mm-hmm.
but also outside of the car,
Yeah.
is a
Because of
cool
like a
effect, and just like the colors they used in the video, like the slight yellow tint,
Mm-hmm.
um, the just shooting it in nature also was very fitting for the song.
Yeah. I actually love both songs. They're pretty pretty. I think Bad is like a whole different vibe to her.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Like
I think
badass.
I'll give it to Bruddah for that one. I think he had a really good explanation, as well as Jay also had like a really good like technical explanation too. And last one. Uh-oh. We're tied up. How did this happen? Did I do this on purpose? I don't know. Um
You did do it on purpose.
All right,
here
I'm
so
we
ready to
go.
fight.
Jay,
Dun,
you go
dun,
first for
dun.
this one. All right. Badass boss bitch XG or goofy variety show XG.
Oh, goofy variety show XG.
Okay. What's your reason?
Um, just because it's their true selves.
Mm-hmm.
That's who they are. They're they're just goofy goofballs, and they know how to have fun, and they don't give a damn if they're being weird or like they all have their quirks, and they're not shy to show their quirks, and we just love them more for it.
Okay. All right. Bruddah.
Yeah,
Is
I'm
it
gonna have
hot?
to agree with Jay.
Oh,
It's it's
agreement.
it's the it's the behind the scenes stuff for me that really makes
Yeah.
it for any group.
Mm-hmm.
Like just to see who they are, when they're not on the stage.
Okay. All right.
Don't get me wrong, like the boss bitch, role is really cool and it's nice to see. But the confidence and everything, but and then you get, the outtakes where like it takes them 5 minutes to take boots off of. you know, right? Like, and she's such a good sport about it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Jurin's there, just like she knows how to get it off, but she's like stalling because she's like, this is funny,
Yeah.
and like, yeah,
Uh,
it's that it's the goofy stuff
okay.
that makes it for me. Just really being able to see their characters is great. I'll agree with Jay. He's got it all.
Yeah. All right, Jay, you win that one. Our
Yes.
winner is Jay.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. We'll wrap it up here for the show. We're uh, you know, close to like where we want to be to end it. So, with that said, Bruddah, where can we find you? And
uh,
if you want to share
uh,
any social media or like any place you like to hang out.
Lenny lately on X, Bruddah_Joe, BRUDDAH_Joe. Still hanging out at OGA on a regular. It's a great community.
Original
There were,
Alphas.
yeah,
Mm.
we just talk about everything. We were just talking about a lot of like K-pop, the way K-pop's influencing everything else, including like J-pop tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, yeah. So it's just a lot of good conversations going on there. So I routinely go back.
All right, cool. All right, Jay, where can we find you?
Yeah. I have my Instagram,
Okay.
my photography Instagram, which is just JMPhoto97,
Okay.
and then I have my Twitter as well. The handle is Johnny Cool with an I, JONI Cool97. So yeah, just follow me on there if you want to.
All right, cool. Well, that'll do it for this episode. It's been good to have both of you guys on, Bruddah rejoining, and then Jay, your first time on the show. Our first
Thank you for having me.
non North American alphas to be on. So it's been a pleasure. I got to see a lot of different viewpoints and a lot of different the videography, like video side of things. But yeah, that'll do it for this. Alphas on deck. If you want to catch us, we have a Discord server too. And also the OGA Discord server is also available. It's a really good community. A lot of people hang out. A lot of people make memes. But yeah, we'll catch you all later. See ya.